Pardon me. Do you have any fancy Halloween? Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and my studio. Today, Halloween. Halloween is in the house and I have a fancy card, which is why, well, I mean, I'm dressed fancy. Halloween can be fancy, right? I think it can be fancy. And to prove it, check out the elegant Halloween card I'm sharing today. That card project is coming up next. Here's a look at the products I'm going to be using for today's Halloween card, and I'm going to start with the Happy Halloween card or die. Can't even say it, I'm so excited. This is a die that cuts out all of the letters. You can use this to make a panel and then drop all of the centers or what are called the counters of the letters back in. So there's that die, and then I also have the spooky cat. Now he's not that spooky. He's actually very cute. Nothing about this. I don't think I can turn him into looking just like my grandkitty, but that is the die to build a cat. And I kind of have an idea for this card. I'm not quite sure how it's going to come together, but look at this paper from Whimsy Stamps. Now this is a 6x6 paper pack, and we have Halloween patterns, and they're just, I mean, they're just beautiful, right? And you get a couple of each one. And I actually think I want to cut my Happy Halloween out of this particular pattern and have these colors, right, inform how I'm going to do my cat. So I'm going to get started with some die cutting. I'll put these away and we'll begin creating this card. I'm going to start out here and just cut a segment of this paper so that I do not waste any. All right, we'll just come right about there, because I feel like that will fit there, and that way I can save this little extra piece, and I can go ahead and use this portion to cut out my letters. And I actually have another idea that I think is kind of fun for this, to work this into the cat as well. So I guess I'll just pop it here, pop my magnet down, and I will go ahead and, or my magnet plate, I will run this through my die cut machine and cut out the letters. So you can see here, it looks like they cut out great. And I'm going to flip it, pick this up, and I think I only lost one little piece in here, and that's perfectly fine, because what I want to preserve here are these letters. So let me poke this guy out. That. So I have my little tiny, I'm going to actually pop it right in here for now, because I will probably lose that. And I'm going to see if I can just pick this up without disturbing the letters. I'm going to try the little press and seal trick and see if I can just isolate and hold that down. Right, get that all in there, and then gently lift this up so that most things stayed in place. All right, because I'm just focusing on the letters today. I don't need the centers. And let's see here. I'm going to fold this up a little, that, and I'll just cut some of the sides off here. Fold it over. And that. And now, I guess I should try to get those centers out, but for now, I'm going to cut out another layer in black of these so that I can have something to lift it up just a little. This is going to be involved. I actually just did a card that was a little involved. I don't know what it is about me and Halloween, but I tend to go all in on these cards. So let me get some more letters and get all of those counters out. I've cut out one layer out of some black Simon Says Stamp cardstock, and all I'm going to do is take a little liquid glue and go all over with little tiny dots like this. Oh, that's a little big, all over my letters so that I can add, I've got some build-up glue on here, so that I can add the backs to build up a little dimension. So this is tedious. I'm not going to make you watch it. And with the magic of television, when I come back, it will be done. Coming around the end here. This didn't take long. And honestly, if you wanted to do this with any type of die that cuts out words like this, you can build up as much dimension as you like. I'm just going to do the one layer for, I might do two. I think I'm going to leave it at that. And then all I do, I'll just use the packaging here, is just kind of burnish it down, right? And I'm going to let that just sit and adhere because I don't want to flip this over yet because I know that I have these letters with that color. Now, I want to move on to the cat. Now, the cat has several pieces, and I thought it would be very cute if the cat's hat was this really pretty paper. So I'm gonna take a section of this. I guess I don't need to cut it all out, but I might as well just try it. Let me cut out a few pieces for the cat, and we'll see what we get. I'm going to cut a gray cat and a black cat only because I'm not 100% sure exactly how I want to make this look, so we shall see. So I've got my little cat pieces, and I grabbed some Simon Says Stamp matte gold, and I just thought this is going to be really cute. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a little bit here, tiny little guys here, just to hold this in place. You don't need much. I'm just going to do the tiniest dots up here like that, okay? And that way you will have little gold eyes, which, you know, it's a little spooky Halloween, right? I guess. So we'll pop him here, and I just have to pick this up and wiggle it into place. Now, I do think he probably should have a pink nose. Should I? Oh, it slipped. Hold on. And that is easy to do. So let me make sure that is lined up. I will put a brick on here, and let me go do a pink nose out of a little scrap. I'm just going to isolate sort of this pinky area on this pattern paper, and that will give me his nose. All right, the nose is right here now. Let's see if I can take a little glue here and just put a tiny bit right in there. Okay, and where's my tiny tool? Pick that up, and that way he can have a nose color that matches his hat and all that goodness. Now, I will also put a little glue here for the hat. I like how this pattern paper really does make it look like a spooky sort of wizard hat. You know what I mean? It's so cute. And we're just going to go like that until this is lined up exactly where we want it on the hat. Oh my gosh. A little bit over here. That's why I like liquid glue. You can wiggle. Oh my gosh. So cute. Although it does look like he just has a cold, but you know what? We're going for it. Now, we got to place this over, but we got to do it so that his little ears do show. Oh, maybe they don't show much at all once you put them on. Yeah, that's fine. I am going to, let's see. I'm a highly trained professional. I may have to go back to a gold nose. I want to have just enough, so we'll go like that. Little liquid glue here. That should be enough to hold the hat in place. Let me get my tweezers. This is, oh my gosh. Okay, tilt it. His ears should still show like that. I don't know if I needed the pink nose, to be honest with you. I might take it out and just go back to gold. I feel like it's a little distracting, so let's see if we can get that out. Yeah, we can. That's better. There you go. Now here's the thing. Here's what I don't know. I'm going to flip this over and show you. So we have this lovely pattern, right, in these colors. And what I have to figure out is, you know what, I think I'm going to do this on a white note card, which seems like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. White note card with gold spatter. All right, let me get a note card prepped, or a panel. Just realized it needs to be, I've got my little splat box here. It needs to be a full panel, so a full card. And I'm going to make this a top folding note card, right? We're going to go ahead and fold that down. I'm going to press it with my Teflon bone folder. And then before I put it into my splat box, I will add a little tape just to hold it closed. And I'm going to spatter on, or splatter, whatever you prefer, a little bit of the Brutus Monroe Aqua Pigment in Gilded. This is a fantastic little friend, and if you have any kind of paintbrush, I use a fan brush, you can make the beautiful gold spatter on the background. Give it a good shake, put it in the dropper, squeeze it onto a block. Oh, that's probably way too much. That's okay. Pop in your brush, okay? And I always like to kind of start over here and then just go to town. Big globbies first, light globbies, that's it. Now, I am going to let, well, maybe some there, and maybe more there. I'm going to let this dry a little before I assemble my card. So I had a change of heart with this card because I think what I'm going to do here is Happy Happy Halloween is going to go here and the kitty is going to sit right next to it. Okay, now right now it looks like a bit of a hot mess. So what we need to do, again, I'm going to go through and add liquid glue all over the back. Small dots though. I really don't want this to ooze out. So let me work my way around here with little dots and let it get a little tacky. And then we're going to pop this onto the card. Just going to let that sit for a second to get a little tacky. And we're going to pop this down. Now, I did not think I was going to do my card as this opening, but you know what? There's always a chance and a time to try something different. So now all I have to do is visualize where, and you know what? I got to stand up to do this because I can't really see. So forgive my head, or if you see a little of my hair, maybe that will just make it spookier. I'm trying to visualize both the top of the letters and the top and bottom of the card. I guess I could always trim it down if I mess it up, but here's what I'm going to do. If I can figure this out real quick, I want to make sure, oh yeah, that looks really straight actually, doesn't it? Okay. And we hold our breath because we don't know. We don't know if this is going to work or not. We hope it will. We really do. So let's just let that sit for a second. I can always trim the panel to match if it doesn't. All right, now is the moment where we peel off the crescent seal, which has done its job holding everything in place. At least we hope. Let's see. All right, let's zoom in just a little bit here. And then technically all we have to do, now that might need a little help. I just realized that one's got to go with a little help because some of these might have gotten stuck. Okay, come on, you can do this, Cathy. You are talented, strong. Come on. Most of them are coming off, no problem. Might have had a little glue issue over here. Come on, get out of there. Come on, you got it. There we go. There we go. Got a little thing stuck. Sometimes you just gotta take your time. Oh, and let it, where are we sticking? Oh, go. So now I have my little ghosty happy Halloween. And actually, I think I did a really good job. Yeah, that's real straight. I don't need to change the panel here. So I put another little guy here, and I thought, just put my ghosty right there, or my cat right there. So cute. Actually, though, I think I'm going to pop him just a little bit. I am going to take some of the thin foam squares from Simon Says Stamp. One there. Just for a little, you know, just for a little lift. His tail can float. I think that will be okay. I don't know if I need to do the hat or the tail you know, because then it will kind of look a little more dimensional and freeform. Oh, I think this is so cute. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to take the backers off. Actually, I think I'll put one more here. You know, okay, I got to do it. Here's what you can do. This is, now I kind of changed my mind. I want his tail to have a little support. You can take the smallest slivers of your foam squares. These everyday scissors cut like a butter and they don't stick. And then you can take that little tiny sliver and give just a little dimension, okay? That way he has a little support, and you know what they say, support can be beautiful. Can you tell that I'm a child of 1980s marketing? Okay, here we go. This is not what I thought it was going to look like when all's said and done, but I actually think it's really fun. And now I'm actually torn. Like, what if I did cut this down just a little and put it on a black note card? Now that I've got the stick off, ooh, shoot. You know what? I'm going to do it. Hold tight. Sometimes these things happen and we change our minds, and that's okay. So I'm going to just cut right along this line, more or less, okay? Now, if I were going to make this a little smaller, and this right now is 4 1/4, I'm going to take 1/4 inch off the top, right? Yep. And 1/4 inch off the bottom, like that. So now it's 3 3/4, and it's going to be by 5. So again, 1/4 inch here and 1/4 inch here. I don't know. It just felt like if I put it on a black note card, the world was going to seem a little better. And I think, let me get the black note card prepped. Okay, I had another idea, and I'm not going to cut the center out because I have so much of this, I'm not too worried about it. I trimmed this down a little further because I want to pick up some of that gold. This is just, you know, here's the thing about card making. I don't have a plan. I mean, I have a plan, right? The plan is always I pull some products that I think will be fun to work with. But then I never know what's going to happen. And I think that's part of the fun of paper crafting, is just kind of exploring your products. All right, I'm going to stand up here just a little so that I can get this on and then wiggle this into place. Oh, that's nice. Okay, press. I think I'm going to get some foam tape for the back of this, so let me pop that on real quick. We will take the backers off here. Like that. And let's make sure we are facing the right way. Nice little black margin all the way around. This is kind of a classy Halloween card. Okay, now this little guy's been sitting here the whole time with his stick exposed, but I'm going to put a little liquid glue on. Now here's the thing too. Oh, I got a little paper stuck to him there. Let me see if I can get that off. Well, I don't. Do I have extra tweezers? I do. Come on now. Sometimes when you're putting something together, you can also look for ways to add repetition to your design. And that's where I thought about, well, we've got the gold spatter, right? We've got, then why not add a gold mat? And it kind of ties in with his hat. And so that's kind of my process when I look for ways that I can, you know, just kind of pull in some different things. And I think I'll get a little closer here and press. That is my finished card project. But look at the pattern paper for the letters. It's really cool, right? Because I didn't come up with that pattern. That pattern already existed. But that, you know what? That card is making a statement. And well, happy Halloween. You can find links to all of the products I used in today's video in the YouTube description box. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you, so hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. To see more Halloween card ideas, check out the 2 thumbnails I have linked for you below, and I'll see you in those videos.